Today is International Women's Day. It dates back to 1911 and has grown now into a day to celebrate women's achievements and raise awareness about women's equality. This year's theme is Choose to Challenge.
This pandemic has been a story of numbers, the death toll, the infection rate, the business closures, the layoffs. And of the people who have lost their jobs or left the workforce, women, they are affected the most.
The numbers are staggering, and it is heartbreaking. This News 5 original, Caroline Sweeney, found one Cuyahoga Falls mom who says the panic of the pandemic for her set in early.
Okay, can I go play downstairs?
No, you may not.
Inside Julie Vandegrift's house, there is an office and
What's another reason?
a classroom.
I don't know. What is another reason?
On this day, it was just Julie and her daughter Eleanor at home, but sometimes her son and her husband are there too.
We do a lot of earbuds and headphones, so lots of schoolwork, lots of my own personal work. I'm usually in and out of meetings all day as well. So it's usually a very camera-heavy day, at least 3 days a week.
The Vandegrifts are nearing the 1-year mark of their lockdown life, and the memory of last March looms large.
But that initial reaction was, oh my gosh, what's going to happen in 3 months when we have to go back to campus and I don't have childcare available? Then what? Am I going to lose my job? Am I going to have to quit my job? Am I going to have to rely on my parents who may be retired by then or not? I had to ask for more help. And that was hard because I had to actually admit that I could not do it all.
Julie works for Kent State University. Her husband is in food service. She says she knows she's lucky that she's been able to work from home.
Luckily, I married somebody who loves to cook, so we can definitely split the, cooking the meals for everybody when they're finally home.
But she knows others haven't caught that streak of luck.
Through all of it, the moms have been responsible for childcare and educating. We can handle a lot more, but we need to be able to be offered help as well.
A rare thing happened for women in the workplace in the 3 months before the pandemic hit in 2020. They held more jobs in the country's economy than men. That's happened only one time before, in 2009 and 2010. But when the pandemic hit, women lost jobs, and they haven't recovered.
That should be an emergency. That should be a call to action. You can't take care of your kids if you don't have the money coming in from a job. It's too much. It's too much.
This chart from the Bureau of Labor Statistics tells the year-long saga. The slow march back to recovery wasn't able to close the gap for women in the workplace. In the U.S., women ended 2020 with 5.4 million less jobs than when the year started. In March of 2020, women made up 55% of the jobless claims.
You need to still do page 361 out of your math book.
In a year where so much has stopped, Julie says she's learned to keep going.
I think it's shown how much of a role we play in the home life that is not always accounted for.
And she hopes this year will force change across the country.
Yeah, we never would have imagined this a year later. A year later, we're still sitting in the living room for school.
Caroline Sweeney, News 5.